And Trump has promised mass deportation shortly after he takes office in just a few days. Veronica Macias explains how local nonprofits are now working to educate people about their rights.
Like millions of children across the country, Tiffany is worried about her parents, who are two of nearly 1.8 million undocumented immigrants in California.
They're both immigrants, and it just overall scares them. And whenever they go to work, they're like, well, if anything happens, and it's really scary to think about that. But there can always be a possibility of something happening.
Fear and anxiety is sweeping through the undocumented community as migrant groups have shed light on unannounced raids by the U.S. Border Patrol in Kern County. However, a Scripps poll conducted in November of last year found that a majority of Americans, 54%, are in favor of mass deportations. That includes a quarter of Democrats saying they are in support. There is precedent for mass deportations promised by President-elect Trump. During the mid-1950s, under Operation Wetback, at least 1.3 million people were deported, a history and reality that weighs heavily on Tiffany.
See, they both decided to come here at a really young age and, overall just to give us a good future. And so, seeing that all this stuff is being done now, it's like, I feel like all the work that they've put into coming here and working their whole lives, it's going downhill.
First-generation students like Tiffany feel a responsibility to help, starting by eliminating some of the anxiety by learning what rights people have, regardless of their legal status.
There's a lot of fear and anxiety and uncertainty.
Judith Guerrero is the executive director of Coastside Hope in Half Moon Bay, a nonprofit that is working to educate and help the immigrant community ahead of President-elect Trump taking office.
Our organization with other local organizations, Puente, Alas, Caron, Immigration Institute of the Bay Area, we have been hosting Know Your Rights workshops so that folks know that they do have some rights and that they can be prepared if ICE does come to your door.
Tiffany, meanwhile, feels confident in her state leaders and immigration advocates providing sanctuary in the state of California, and that history will not repeat itself.
And a little more context on that survey. It also found that support for mass deportation significantly drops if it requires separating families, and fewer people support deportations if it would lead to higher prices on goods.